Hi everyone, and welcome to our YouTube video presentation based on the topic self-comparison. Before then, I am Peter Notsi and my colleague Stanley Taxi, and we are pre-service year 3 students from the University of Goroka, Papua New Guinea under the School of Education. In here, we will talk about what exactly is self-comparison, its impacts on the victims, its benefits, and the strategies or steps used to resolve this issue. I will begin by introducing the topic, defining it, and stress on the impacts of self-comparison, and then from there, my brother Stanley will carry on. Now let's define what exactly is self-comparison. Self-comparison refers to the process where individuals evaluate themselves by measuring their abilities, achievements, or appearance against those of others. For example, a student might compare their academic performance with a friend's grade, or a young person may compare their lifestyle with people on social media. This idea comes from the social comparison theory developed by Leon Festinger in 1954. He explained that people naturally evaluate themselves through comparison, either by looking upward, which means comparing with those who seem better, or downward comparison with those who seem worse off. In modern society, especially with the rise of social media, self-comparison has become more frequent. Platforms like Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram often present ideal lifestyles, creating pressure on individuals to live up to the unrealistic standards. Moving on, let's look at the impacts of self-comparison on its victims. Excessive self-comparison often leads to low self-esteem, anxiety, and depression. According to Fodderly, young people who constantly compare themselves on social media often experience dissatisfaction with their bodies and overall self-image. In education, who compare their academic results with top achievers may feel discouraged and lose motivation. This can lead to stress, poor academic performances, or even burnout. Clearly, if left unmanaged, negative self-comparison can seriously affect one's mental health and overall life satisfaction. Now, I will leave this time to my brother Stanley Taxi to elaborate on the benefits and the strategies of self-comparison.
Impacts of social comparison. Now let us look at the impacts of social comparison on individuals, especially those who fall victim to it. Hence, individuals who are exposed to an excessive social comparison often leads to low self-esteem, anxiety, and depression that can affect individuals' psychology and well-being. According to Foutley et al. 2015, young people who constantly compare themselves on social media such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram often experience dissatisfaction with their bodies and overall self-image. Moreover, a situation like in schools, students who compare their academic results with top achievers may feel discouraged and lose motivation. This can lead to stress, poor academic performance, or even burnout. Hence, a particular student or individuals who is overwhelmed with negative social comparison can seriously have a lifelong impact. Benefits of social comparison. On the other hand, social comparison can have a positive impact and can be regarded as motivational driving force. For instance, comparing ourselves with role models or high achievers can inspire us to work harder and set better goals, stated by Lockwood and Kandra 1997. Social comparison can also improve self-awareness, helping us to understand our strength to enhance or weakness to improve. Therefore, social comparison can be regarded as the vital aspect to take into account and to practice by every individual in a positive mannerism that can be helpful. Strategies to resolve social comparison. So, how can we manage social comparison? Firstly, self-awareness is very important. We must avoid having negative social comparison as it will affect our well-being. Instead, we must socially compare ourselves in a way that is helpful in order to improve on our weakness or enhance on our strength than others. Secondly, practicing self-acceptance and focusing on personal growth instead of competition help reduce negative effect. NEF 2023. Moreover, in a situation such as in school, teachers and parents should encourage students to set personal learning goals rather than always comparing with others. Finally, limiting social media use or following positive role models online can help reduce unnecessary pressure. To conclude, social comparison is a natural part of life, but it can either motivate us or harm us depending on how we control ourselves. Hence, if we deal in a negative approach, it can lead to stress, low self-esteem, and poor mental health. But when managed positively, it can inspire self-improvement and well-being. Therefore, as students and educators, let us remind that the real competition is not with others, but with ourselves, to be better today than we were yesterday. That brings us to the end of our presentation, and thank you very much for being with us.